First, let's talk to Mike listening in Texas. Hey, Mike, you're on Free Talk Live.
Hey, how's it going?
Or Michael, I'm sorry. You said Michael is your name, right?
Whatever.
Whatever.
I don't care what you call me.
Gotcha.
I'm not offended.
Okay, so tell us about what's on your mind tonight.
Okay. So I really meant to call in about a month ago, but because this happened a month ago. My family, the family I married into, for the last 50 years, they've gone to this place called Surfside Beach, in Texas, and I've been going with them for 18 years since I've been married into this family, and we always put our stuff out on the beach. We don't have to worry about anybody stealing our stuff. We don't have to worry about it. But this a month ago when we went, these people pulled up and they grabbed one of our balls, one of our beach balls, and they put it into their SUV. So I walked down there, and when I walked down there, the lady was asking, she was asking somebody else, "Does this belong to you?" To somebody else, not me, somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of took it, it's innocent, whatever. And then she was asking, we had a beach umbrella, and she wanted to buy it from us. And so I'm like, well, we've had this for a long time. We don't want to sell it. It's not even mine, and I'm sure they don't want to sell it. So, anyways, uh, maybe 10, 15 minutes go by, and they come up to our beach house. We're on the front row of the beach, and they come up to us and they say, "Oh, my kid, he needs diapers, and he's got this rash," and kind of begging, like, first they wanted to buy our beach umbrella, and now they're begging, and then they're
begging
walking
for
up,
diapers or for money?
no, for money.
Okay.
I mean, first they wanted to buy our umbrella from us, and then they're begging.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And then they're walking up and down, and like, I smoke weed. I don't care if people smoke weed, but you can look at people and you can tell when they're smoking weed because they're looking around before they pass it. And before they come up there to beg money, they're passing and they're looking around before they pass it.
Mm.
So it's whatever. I mean, I don't care, but the priorities are off.
Yeah, I would say so. It's very strange.
They've got 5 kids, and I would say the oldest kid was 8.
And they're smoking weed in front of their kids, or with their kids, passing it to the 8-year-old.
Yeah. And but the thing is, okay, after they walked up and down the beach begging for money from people, even people that they, we're there with like 12 people, and after they came up there to us to beg, some of the people that were up there with us, they went and walked on the beach looking for shells, and they even walked up to some other people that were with us and asked them for money, and they're like, no, I already told you no. But
did anyone say to them, like, I noticed that you had money for weed, and
No.
What I've found is I think that the ability to walk up to a stranger and ask them for money is probably a pretty lucrative skill. To be able to do this, I think you probably do reasonably well when you're out working. Now, I would imagine the people that do it also are the sort that don't want to work a whole bunch of hours. But if you were to put in an 8-hour day in the right place, I think you can pull in, $60,000 a year tax-free pretty easily. And maybe they're just showing their kids how to do this on the beach.
The vehicle that we drove down there has a Blue Book value of like $2,400.
Uh-huh.
The rims on their vehicle were easily $500 a piece. Just the rims alone.
Wow.
Okay. I don't want to throw any stereotypes out there, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, so
what are you saying?
Yeah. I don't want to say anything.
Okay.
But I mean,
you're painting. I get the picture.
My car is worth less than the rims on your vehicle
Yeah.
minus everything else. And you're begging me for money.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like a good way to give. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I would be annoyed
Okay.
if I was in that situation for sure.
Yeah, I used to work
But,
at a place downtown in Sarasota, and there would be a lot of people that would go around asking for money, and I was annoyed by people asking for money, and they were of all ethnicities doing it, and no, I'm not giving you money. Go
Yeah.
get a job.
Now, Michael, you said there's more to the story, and you ended up with
There
someone's
is.
phone. So if you could hold the line, I want to hear more about this here in moments on Free Talk Live. What happened with these beach weirdos who are smoking weed and begging for money, even though they've got $500 rims? I'm curious. All right, let's bring Michael in Texas back on the line. Now, you were saying that you basically encountered some people on the beach who were kind of displaying some contradictory, strange behavior. They first kind of took your beach ball and then were kind of asking around if it belonged to anyone. Then they asked to buy your beach umbrella. You didn't want to sell it. And then they came around begging for money, even though they had expensive rims on their car and they were smoking pot on the beach. So what happened next?
Well, like when I walk down there, and they're asking about the they're asking somebody else on the beach about the beach ball.
Mhm.
So I kind of took it like a goodwill thing, like they were safekeeping. And their kids were getting into our bag that had all our sand, our sandcastle building stuff.
Toys. Yep.
Yeah, just things that you can build sandcastles with. And so I just took them like they were good people. So yeah, your kids can play with our sandcastle building stuff, no problem, no big deal. And we'll fast forward this real quick. So I just told them, you can play with our stuff, no problem, no big deal. Just make sure when you're done, put our toys back in the bag. So
Makes sense. That's nice.
yeah.
Kind of you to share.
Right. Yeah. I mean that's how I took it as. I don't mind sharing. I mean, this isn't disposable things. Whatever. So yeah, I'll share with you. Just put it back. That's all. And so they put all the stuff back. But when they put all the stuff back, my a family member, he went down there because another family member saw them take the beach umbrella that they wanted to buy, even though they couldn't afford diapers. They wanted to buy the beach umbrella, but they couldn't afford diapers. So somebody saw them put the beach umbrella into their car. So a family member went down there and said, helped them gather up their lawn chair bags or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And because they left them on the beach, and he said, I want my I want my umbrella back. They're like, oh, well, one of the kids must have put that, and they had 5 kids. The oldest kid was like 8 years old. An 8-year-old kid does not pick up after themselves. An 8-year-old kid does not put they don't put stuff up. Anyways, so they tried to blame it on one of our kids must have put it in our car. which
Sounds
really-
dubious.
yeah, I mean, really, they tried to steal the umbrella they wanted to buy in the first place.
Mhm.
Probably. I don't know if you can jump to the conclusion because maybe what if another family member thought that it was theirs? They thought it worked out a deal. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I think likely that's what happened. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's like, I want my umbrella back that is in your vehicle. So, he got the umbrella back, and they're like, well, one of the kids must have put it in there, which, hey,
They didn't.
like I already said. Okay. Anyways, so we got the umbrella back, and so I decided to go down there, and I took pictures of the license plate, which I'm not gonna call the cops because I'm just not gonna call the cops.
Yeah,
The cops
probably
don't
not
care.
worth getting them involved. And what would they do anyway?
Exactly. So,
Jeez, what's going on there?
yeah, my wife is like, I don't know, 2 seconds. Hold on.
Well, we're live on the radio here.
No, yeah, I know. So anyways, so I go down there, I take a few pictures of their license plate, and, they jump out and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm taking a picture of the license plate in case you stole something else, because you already tried to steal our umbrella. And, and then I just put my phone up to my ear like I'm calling somebody, which I'm not calling the cops, but, I just pretend like I am. I just pretend like I'm calling somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyways, they sit there for a second and they drive off.
Okay.
Well, the bag that they put all the sandcastle building toys in,
Mm-hmm.
their phone's in there, which we don't find out that day. We find out, 2 days later when we're leaving when we're leaving, we rented the beach house for a week.
Okay, so you got their phone.
Yeah.
What's the question?
So now I have their phone, and I plugged it in. It does accept a charge, but I haven't charged it. What would you do in that situation where you have a phone of somebody what would you do where you have the phone of somebody that, to me, I think that they're thieves. To me,
Yep.
I think they're thieves. And
Yeah, so.
I'd have to give it. I would give it back to them. So they didn't do anything to you particularly.
But how is he going to give it back to them?
They're a 6-hour drive away.
Oh, I understand. That's their problem. No doubt about it. I would
If there's an email,
inform them that I have their phone. There's got to be some way to call mom or something like that on there. Usually the safest bet when it comes to a cell phone is looking up mom. Everybody's got some lady named that.
or some people have a in case of emergency contact or something like that. Or maybe there's an email. I'm hearing some background noise, Michael. But yeah, if there's an email address on the phone, you could try sending an email to it. If it were me, I would try to return the phone. I would make my best effort to try to return the phone. And I've got to put you on hold here because there's some audio issues. But if it were me, I'd make my best effort to return the phone, even though the people, I haven't had a very good experience of them. I kind of just would try to return it. If they don't make any effort within a couple weeks, just throw it away or whatever.
Right. There's a couple of lessons that could be taken here. Like
Michael, I think let's see if we can. Michael, I think we're gonna.
I'm
yeah.
still here. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I mean, like my idea would be to charge the phone, see if they have a Facebook account, and go to their Facebook account and say, hey. Post to their Facebook account that, hey, this person's a thief, they're a beggar, they're, whatever.
I would not do that. I mean, that just sounds like a way to stir up some more controversy.
So you think public shaming's going to do it?
Deal with them.
I mean, if this has been a month, I'd just trash it.
Yeah,
I mean,
forget
they've
about
obviously haven't taken any steps towards getting it. If it's been a month, I mean, that's just.
Have fun.
My family, they wanted to dump it as soon as we found it. They wanted to just dump it, leave it there, whatever, and it was totally dead. So there's no phone tracker, I assume.
Yeah, but they know where you live, right? Because they've been past your beach house, or they knew where you were staying at least.
Well,
right?
That's 6 hours away.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I forgot it was a month ago. I doubt that it's terribly valuable to them at this point.
My
they
advice,
probably got a
let
replacement.
it go, have fun on the beach, and thank you for calling in about this, Michael. I appreciate your call tonight.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.